All right, hello. Talking about how to trade triangle breakouts. We have here myself, Giuliano, and Isa over here. We're going to talk about what are the best ways to trade breakouts for triangles. We have different type of triangles: ascending, descending, and symmetrical. And we're going to help you from our own experience how to trade them and how to profit from them. Isa, welcome, and let's talk about triangles.
Yeah, thank you, Giuliano. So triangles are one of my favorite formations. They're very easy to see on the chart. You can see higher lows and lower highs come together, and when that apex starts to form, usually there's a bounce about 3 times, and then once it does break out, you get a volume continuation and you're off. So we're going to talk a lot about that today, give you guys some examples and show you what we see in the charts.
Cool. Perfect. Thank you, Isa. All right, so let's see. Do we have a screen? Yeah. And then let's see and show our viewers how do we trade them. We're going to show you guys live examples of what's happening in the past and what's happening right now that you have some possibilities.
Okay, thank you. So you can see my screen, yeah?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
So right here, we just want to start with ascending triangles. They're very bullish. They have about a 73% probability of playing out, and it's a formation that forms when there's going to be some continuation usually, and it's also accumulation. So right here you can see that there's a flat upper trend line. This is going to be major resistance, and there's going to be the bulls trying to get higher and higher and higher, and as they break through that supply zone right up here, as it breaks, it can usually have a retest of this support, which comes support resistance flip, and off you go. The thing that I want to show you guys is you can actually measure this move. So you go from the bottom of the triangle to the top, and then you take it where the breakout happened. And a good entry point would be right here, or when it tries to retest that support, which is now formed, so right here somewhere. A stop would be somewhere back in the triangle. If you do have it go back, it's going to be a fake breakout. It's not something you want to hold on to because it could actually drop down below once it does stop forming that triangle. So let's give you guys an example. We've got Ethereum, which is a great coin right now. Ethereum, guys. If you look here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Ethereum has been dropping a little bit in the past couple of weeks, but the bulls have seemed to regain some of that control. So you've got right here, support, resistance, support, resistance. It had a little bounce right here, support, and now it's trying to break out of that resistance. What I think it's going to do is go one more time to support, break through that resistance. As soon as we see a break in this volume right here, you can see how it's declining. So one thing that triangles usually do is they have the big move right here. You can see that volume, and after that volume takes off, there's a downtrend in volume throughout the whole triangle, and that's a good sign. So once you see a break of that volume and a break above that support resistance, that's when to get in. So like we said, a good spot to get in right above that resistance zone, a good spot to put a stop loss right here somewhere back inside if it does drop back in. And then you want to take some profits along the way. So I do 25% here, 50% here, and maybe the 100% over here. I never try and take it all the way to the top, but some people do if you're a little more risky. And you can see that the tops usually go to where resistance has been in the past. So right here is a major resistance where it probably will stop and do some more consolidation along the way. That is my first ascending triangle. And let me take you guys to another ascending triangle that's currently forming. Now this chart is live. We don't know what is going to happen all the time, but there is a high probability that this is going to break out to the upside.
Well, that's a perfect example.
Yeah.
I like this one because it's live. Ethereum is forming right now. We have a perfect example of a triangle formation for you guys with a 30% probability of what kind of profit you're looking at. All right, let's see the next one, Isa.
Okay, next one we've got is BTTUSDT. So I should put it right here. Let's see. All right, guys. Next one is BTTUSDT. So right here, you can see another similar pattern, ascending triangle, right? And what I want to show you guys is, as we spoke about the volume right here, you can see that there was a break of that resistance, but was there a continuation of volume increase? No, there was not. So we're going to go back in the triangle. You would put your stop loss, you would get back out. And then you would hope for this continuation of this pattern. So once it does break this, it has a chance to go up 27%. And as long as that volume continues to rise, I don't see why it wouldn't. So these are not guaranteed, but they are highly probable. And then the measured move is going to be from the bottom to the top. You take that bottom to the top, take profits along the way, guys. Always, always. Don't just wait until it hits this and then sell 100%, because you are likely not to get, we cannot always call the top, but we can definitely take profits along the way and be successful. Giuliano, do you see the same thing here?
No, that's perfect. This is BitTorrent, another cryptocurrency token that is forming the exact same formation as Ethereum. So what do we see over here? We see the same probability here. So triangles have somewhat of a 67% probability of success once it breaks. In this case, it has not broken to the upside yet. The probability that we see here is the probability of success to the upside, but we need to see the confirmation. We need to see the break. You know, as a trader, you do not act upon your hope, about your bias. You look for the pattern and you look for the breakout to the upside or to the downside. You need to know how to buy long, or you need to go short if it decides to break to the downside. Great examples. This side, do you have another one for us?
Yeah, so the next thing I do want to talk about is going to be the descending triangle. Descending triangles are very much like the ascending, except they're opposite way, opposite direction. They're going to be a distribution pattern. So people are starting to sell. The bears are more in control. So if you look at this right here, there's about a 72% chance of it continuing. And then you can see that there is right here a downtrend. And right here is a supply zone where the bulls are trying to hold on, but they just cannot do it. They get hit and they keep going down. So once this does break, it's a good short opportunity. And as you can see, it'll break. It'll usually retest right here. So an entry point would be right here or right here. A stop would be somewhere inside the triangle or even right up here. And then let's take a look at some examples too. So right here, I want to show you guys the Euro GBP, and this is Forex. So I just want to show you guys that it's the same in Forex as crypto, as stocks. These are traded by humans and algorithms, so we're going to see quite a bit of the same thing. Now with Forex, you're not going to make the huge gains you do in crypto, but you can still make some money. So right here we see the same pattern play out. It keeps hitting this support right here, and when it does break, it'll probably drop down with this measured move from the top to the bottom right here. Entry point right here. Stop loss inside up here, and then you would take it down. So it's about 1.5% gain. So this is why I like to play crypto more than Forex. But the next one we have also is Tesla, guys. So I want to show you guys Tesla because we have Elon Musk right now talking about cryptocurrency, and it's all correlated. So a lot of the people that are playing Tesla are also playing crypto. And you can see right here that we've got a descending triangle again. We've got lower highs. Tried to do a lower high right here. Support, support, support. And once I see 3 confirmations of support or 3 confirmations of the lower highs, that's usually when I know this is going to play out. This is going to be a descending triangle, more than likely. So measured move is going to be from the top here down to the bottom. You take this measured move, it could be as much as a 35% drop. So be careful with Tesla, guys. I know it's a great stock. I think future-wise, it's going to be going up. But right now, I would see it as a bearish move. And what you can see right here is once it does drop to the measured move, it usually lands on somewhere where support and resistance is. So it's very predictable in terms of seeing what the past did in terms of the future as well. So that is another one. Go ahead, Giuliano.
Oh, that's a great example. I like this one because, you know, we're showing you guys live, you know, that you can trade these patterns on, you know, crypto, on Forex, or in stocks, you know. So this is not really reserved for one market or another market, and all markets have the same pattern because we are humans, right? Price shows our behavior, human behavior and machine behavior over time, and these are reliable and probability patterns that have been played out for years and years. So if you can master them, you will be successful. And that's what we're trying to show you guys. This is some things that we use on our daily trading. All right, Isa, which one do you have next?
Next up, I've got symmetrical triangles. So we're going to look at GME. I know this has been a popular one with people lately. So also symmetrical triangles. Let's take a look what it is. So this pattern, it's right here, it's 65% likely to play out either in the bulls direction or the bears direction. Now this one, you don't know if it's bullish and bearish until it does have a breakout, and a confirmation of that breakout would be the rising volume that we were talking about. You can see that it does have a triangle formation, and both these trends are rising and dropping. So they're going to reach an apex right here, and there's so much pressure coiling up right here. The bulls and the bears are fighting. And once that does break out, you want to take the minimum, basically the measured move right here, which is what we've been saying, and take it right here up, or take it down here to short, depending on which direction it heads in. So this is one that is a little bit harder to see where it's going to be going. Ascending triangles usually go up, descending triangles usually go down, and these go up or down. But let's take a look also at an example. So GME, let's see here. All right, guys. So this one's going to load, and then we'll take a look at it. Right here. So you can see that it's got the downward movement and the upward movement like we were talking about. And right here is where it broke out. So broke out, retested support, which is now this line, and it just shot up 90% after that. Look at this measured move right here, Giuliano, right here and right here. And where did it stop?
Oh, that's the perfect one. And one thing that you want to show the viewers over there, you can see that the breakout, it actually broke out to where it's supposed to go, and then it retraced back. And where did it retrace to? So in this one, you know, if you have your stop loss a little bit inside of the triangle formation, you probably get stopped out. But if you pay attention to where the support, so the resistance hasn't been broken to the upside. So if you can see, show there on the green candle on the left a little bit, Isa. Yeah. Right there. So you had the green breakout of there. The price retraced back inside the triangle, which would stop people out. And then if you look at the dotted line, which is in pink over there, or purple, it came right to that, which now a resistance became a support line. And as a trader, you need to be able, if you got stop out, but you see the move still, you will enter the train again, enter the ride, and you would be on your way to the measure move. And look at this one, 90% gain, guys. You need to know that sometimes your stop loss won't be perfect, but you need to know the pattern and the probabilities here that where it's going to play out. In this case, it broke to the upside, came back down, and set on the resistance, which is now support, and then it took off to the upside.
Yeah, and I agree. These patterns are never perfect, but once you start learning them and you start seeing them, you will start to know when it is a trend and when the support and resistance are actually working. So these are all some current ones that are happening. This one's already happened. One that we want to look at right now was Bitcoin. You want me to pull that one up too, Giuliano?
Yes, please. Let's pull this one as the last one to show our viewers. This is the hottest one that's happening right now. And everybody's on their seats waiting to see, is Bitcoin going to go up or down? So what is happening with Bitcoin? And guys, you know, we talk about triangles, consolidation, you know, breakouts. This is it. This is it live.
Yeah, so right here is Bitcoin. And you can see that we're in a big drop. And right here, bulls and bears fighting. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. It got those 3 touches that we're talking about. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, 3 touches. That to me shows that there's some type of pattern playing out right here. Now the volume has not kicked in, so I can definitely see that we're still in the pattern. What I'm thinking is going to happen is another touch, maybe a little coil, and a big breakout. Once this does break out, we should see some big volume. If you do see the big volume, play it as a symmetrical triangle. If it doesn't happen, move on to the next pattern. And what I'm seeing with this is up here north, we're going to see a measured move, which is going to be roughly about 35% up, and the measured move down, yeah, around the same, but you could be hoping for about a 30% move soon. So that's the one that I see. That's what's happening with Bitcoin in my eyes. Is that confirming what you're seeing too, Giuliano?
No, that's perfect. You know, all eyes are on Bitcoin right now, and I gotta ask you, Isa, is your bias that Bitcoin is gonna break to the upside, or is your bias that Bitcoin is gonna break to the downside? What is your call?
My bias is that we're going lower, and I see Bitcoin as a great coin to hold long term. So I don't really worry too much about this drop right here, because it's just going to give us some fire to move back up over the previous highs. And I see Bitcoin currently in a bearish trend. So what we talked about before was the Madrid ribbon. Let's see. I'm still seeing a lot of red right here, so I don't see any type of bullish movement. So that's why I am biased to the downside. I use other patterns and other types of indicators to kind of help me guide me through it. So that's what I'm saying. What about you, Giuliano? What's your bias?
Perfect. You know, I'm on the same way over here. I do think that we are due for a relief rally. You know, there was so much, you know, blood. There's so much downside movement to Bitcoin. So everybody's waiting, you know, are we going to get a relief rally, a little bit of a move to the upside? You know, I kind of seeing a lot of people are hoping for a rally to the upside. But, you know, like Isa showed you, you know, the big picture shows a lot of red still. So we're still in the downtrend. So the likelihood to go up is very low. The likelihood to continue to the downside is a little higher. But as a trader, you should remove the bias. You play the pattern. The pattern is a triangle. You're going to enter at the break up, or you're going to enter at the break down. You know, all right, guys, you know, this is it for the video triangles. I hope you have liked it. So make sure that you subscribe to our channel. That's a great way to support our channel. Give us a like, you know, give us a comment, and subscribe so you get notified on the next move. Isa, final thoughts.
Just take a look at these patterns, and once you start seeing them, you can't stop seeing them. They're all over the place. So measured moves, put your stop loss in, and take your profits along the way, guys. Smash that like button and subscribe. Thank you for joining us.
Cool. Thank you, guys. I'll see you on next video.
Thank you.